Good morning, children, and welcome to my new class. Today we are going to start this poem, A Narrow Fellow in the Grass by Emily Dickinson. Now, a narrow fellow. Now, here, a narrow fellow refers to a snake in the grass. So, here we have been told about any snake which is found in the grass and what is the reaction of the people around it and how that narrow fellow or the snake is treated. So let us read it. A narrow fellow in the grass occasionally rides. You may have met him, did you not? His notice sudden is. Now, here, if we read it, what we find out is that a narrow fellow in the grass. Now, here, the narrow fellow refers to the snake. Occasionally means sometimes. Rides here means moves. So here what you will see is that sometimes you will see that a narrow fellow or a snake sometimes moves. So here this refers to a narrow fellow refers to the snake, and this is the meaning of rides. You may have met him. Here, him refers to the snake. So, here, him refers to the snake. I hope it is clear to you. Okay. Did you not? So, now he asks us. The poet is asking a question. Did you not? His notice sudden is. Now, his again here refers to the snake. His again refers to the snake. His notice sudden is. It means that his notice means his appearance is sudden. Now, very quickly, let us just see again what the poet is trying to tell us. So, the poet here tells us that a narrow fellow in the grass, it means a snake in the grass, occasionally appears. You may have met him, did you not? His notice sudden is. It means that it appears suddenly. So now let us move on. The grass divides as with a comb. You all know what a comb is. So a comb refers to which we use to make our hair proper, right? So the grass divides as with a comb. So when the snake is moving in between the grass, it seems as if the hair is being parted by the comb. A spotted shaft is seen. Spotted here tells us the appearance of the snake. Probably the snake has spots over it. Shaft is seen. Shaft refers to any straight, flat thing. So, shaft here refers to the snake. And then it closes at your feet and opens further on. It means that here, if you can see this picture here, if you are standing here on the grass and suddenly if the snake goes from here, so what he says is it closes at your feet and opens further on. It means that closes means the snake has disappeared from there because you are standing there. And it opens further on. It means the snake has passed that place. He likes a boggy acre. Boggy means a place which is wet, boggy. And acre here refers to area. He likes a boggy acre, a floor too cool for corn. It means it likes to be on a floor or on the area where it is quite cool, and it is too cool for corn. It means the corn vegetation or the what do you say the corn crops cannot be grown on such a land. But when a boy and barefoot I more than once at noon. Now here you will have to understand the language that has been used. Again we'll read it. But when a boy and barefoot, it means when a young boy who is barefoot, barefoot means without any shoes or slippers. I more than once at noon. Now here I again refers to the poet. Now here if you see that our poet is a girl, it is Emily, right? And here the reference has been made to a boy. I more than once at noon means at the time of noon, in the afternoon, more than once. I means the poet here has seen this. Have you passed? Have passed, I thought, a whiplash. So, more than once at noon, what the poet has discovered is I thought a whiplash. Now, what is a whiplash? You must have seen whiplash is a kind of a string or a rope which is attached to a handle. It is called a whiplash. So, when the snake passed from there, the poet thought it was a whiplash. Unbraiding in the sun. Unbraiding means uncoiling. Uncoiling in the sun. When stooping to secure it, it wrinkled and was gone. Now, stooping here means that when you lose your balance, stooping. When stooping to secure it, it wrinkled and was gone. So, when the poet here is in the grass and suddenly sees that a snake is there, and the poet here tries to protect it, means the poet is very conscious that she does not step on the snake, so she's trying to secure it. It wrinkled and was gone. So what wrinkled? The snake wrinkled and was gone. Several of nature's people I know, and they know me. I feel for them a transport of cordiality. Now here this is very important here. What the poet here is trying to tell us, several of nature's people. Now, who are nature's people? Nature's people refers to the organisms, the living organisms which are present in the nature, like any animal, bird, reptile, insect, anything. So, what the poet says is, several of nature's people I know, and they know me. I feel for them a transport of cordiality. Cordiality means respect and having a humble behavior towards others. So, here a very good thing has been told us that we should have a cordiality, a cordial behavior towards all the nature's people, all the living things that are coexisting with us. I hope this is clear to you. But never met this fellow attended or alone, without a tighter breathing and zero at the bone. Now, here the poet is trying to tell us the feelings that were uh, coming in him, in her, when she saw the snake. But never met this fellow attended or alone, without a tighter breathing and zero at the bone. It means that whenever the poet met the snake, whether it was alone or with all the other people, without a tighter breathing, when we get scared, when we are very scared, the breathing becomes tighter. We are not able to breathe properly. It tells that we are scared. And zero at the bone. Zero at the bone here again tells us that there was a lot of fear. So here the poet is trying to tell us that it is not an easy feeling when you meet a snake. It makes you very scared. So here again the poet here is telling us that though we have respect for such creatures, but when we meet them, we become scared. So now this is about the poem. Let us see what they have told us about Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson wrote nearly 2000 poems, but most of her poems were discovered after her death. So this is something about her, and she's telling us about the snake. So these are the meanings which have been given. I hope you have understood the poem and you will go through it. So have a nice day.